Drink warm water right away to raise your body temperature. It protects our digestive system and our blood vessels. Getting up immediately is when your body temperature is at its lowest. So, you must drink warm water. You need to warm up, okay? It's about stretching. Do some stretching to warm up, then stay in bed for 5 more minutes before starting. It's very important to lift your smile muscles. This is a path of self-rescue, a path to health. It's a one-way street, you can't stop along the way. If you stop midway, your body will quickly deteriorate and age. Because we age too quickly, once you hit 50, you have no choice. So, at 30 you establish yourself, at 40 you have no doubts, and by 50 you know your fate. Right? At 62, and above 60, you shouldn't bother with fortune telling. Once you're over 60, there's no need to predict your fate, just look at your past actions. That will show you what your life will be like after 60. Do you understand? Do you all get it? Teacher Yi's family has been geomancer for 3 generations. Sometimes, a fortune teller can just look at a person's face. By their behavior, they can roughly tell where the person's issues lie. It's not just the face, the chest doesn't need to be read entirely. Some people are hot-tempered, some are media savvy, and some are always calculating. You can see the results in his actions. You can also see his health and his future. Some people have no future because their burdens are heavy, understand? With no future, they end up ruining themselves, you get what I mean. So, our emotions influence our physiological functions. This is a common understanding, right? Our emotions control our health. That's right. Emotions can affect our health. Our spirit and mindset, our spirit and emotions will control our health. Control our behavior. This is our common understanding, and it's not wrong. But there is another reason related to our health. This is something we have not mentioned before. Generally, there are no reminders in the education system, daily life, or health system. Our body is controlled by the brain, right? You can accept that. The cells in our body, even the digestive tract, or our liver, kidneys, spleen, lungs, and heart are all controlled by our central nervous system. But who controls our brain? Let's talk about this today. Is this okay to discuss? You will be amazed and feel that our bodies are truly remarkable. You've never heard of it before, but some people say there seems to be such a concept. There seems to be such a saying, but no one has explained it fully. Today, we are going to take this class. It's a fascinating topic about who really controls our brains. So, group practice is not just practice, it also increases wisdom. So our group practice is called Mind Nature, Wisdom Studies. Let's practice mind nature. What you find hardest to accept is what you must change, the hardest thing for you in this life. You cannot tolerate pain, you cannot tolerate imperfection. These are what you have to endure, what you need to change, if you don't change. This sly one is hard to find even in another life, do you understand? Okay, come on, it's time, Taiwan time, 5:50 a.m. Let's start by stretching our calves, then we'll jog slowly while attending class. Everyone, listen carefully, just listen again. You still have to run, push off with your back foot, and thrust your hips forward. You still need to do this basic movement, with pressure on the rhythm of your left calf. Your left calf should be tense, that's good. Twist lightly, hold tight, and turn your head left and right. Gently and slowly, This is what we are doing in this set of calming techniques. Gently and slowly. Don't push yourself too hard, or you'll end up injuring your leg. Do you understand? Eyes that have been operated on can be strained. Got it? You've had surgery, so you can stretch and do it. Gently, slowly, increase the intensity gradually. This is called taking it step by step. Switch to your left foot, then your right foot, half squat, and then push up with your feet. Push your hips forward, twist slightly, tighten up, and turn your head left and right. Take it step by step. Gently, slowly, you'll get out of breath, so slow down your running movements. Slow down your pace. If you lighten up, you won't be out of breath. Right? So the teacher keeps saying, we need to think with our brains. The brain can accept changes in our body, but who controls the brain? This topic is quite interesting. If you kept up today, you learned something. You need to treat the brain that governs your brain well. There is also a master on the right foot. Do a half squat, and rise as a whole. Push with the back foot, thrust the hips forward, turn your head left and right, and twist. Hold tight. Your inner self must be abundant, with a spirit that stands tall. Empty outward, focus inward. Your inner self must be abundant with a spirit that stands tall. I want you to lift your spine up, with a spirit that stands tall. Then your heart is joyful, and your lips are upturned. If you can't smile, you need to try harder. Teacher, there's nothing in my life to laugh about. I can't smile, and I don't know how to laugh. Really, it's about laughing heartily. This is where you need to improve. The left foot is in agony, and you have to force a smile, you know? Now switch to the right foot, then the back foot, and push your hips forward. Turn your head left and right. Life, no matter how well you're doing. It's not. Learning is gaining. If your life is miserable. This is called learning from experience, making your life very exciting. This is how you achieve a happy and fulfilling life. It's not just about learning, it's about gaining. Do you understand what I mean? Whether good or bad, this is what weaves our lives. There is laughter, there is pain, there is warmth, there is sorrow. That's completely normal, right? The body is just a shell. It's good to let go. The body is merely a shell. When the time comes, this shell will come to an end. Dust to dust, earth to earth. Don't take it too hard, just embrace it. At this moment, you can rise naturally. Is it okay to get up? Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward. Stand with shoulders back, push your hips back, and shift your weight back. So, our consciousness and our mental strength can rely on our thoughts. The matters of consciousness can be controlled by our state of mind. But who controls the central nervous system of the brain? We'll explain shortly, in about 10 to 20 seconds, the clearer you understand your body structure. The more you'll understand what illness you have and how to rely on yourself. If you have a small issue, like dizziness, a cold, or a slight fever, inflammation, you just see a doctor. Slowly get up, without giving your body time. Pay a little attention and look for the cause. Why do you have a fever? Is it because you're too cold and not dressed warmly enough? Then when you sweat, you don't wipe it off in time. Push your hips back, your waist gets cold. You need to reflect on these things, not just run to the doctor. The doctor is just there to assist with the diagnosis. Is there anything blocking your body, like clogged blood vessels? If your blood components are insufficient, it's just about doing these actions. The rest is up to you, you have to take charge. If you keep eating, you'll poison your body more and dull your nerves. In the end, it may be beyond help. Come on, get up slowly, the best remedy is sleep. Right? You say, "Teacher, I just can't sleep." You can't sleep, so you want to explore this again. Why can't you sleep later? What does a person need to do to sleep well? When your stomach is less full and your mind is less busy, you'll be able to sleep well. It's simple, but simplicity isn't easy. The simpler a person is, the simpler their heart should be. Don't complicate things. If you do, you're just making it hard on yourself. Don't make things difficult for yourself. These movements are simple. You can come and rise slowly. All right. Adjusting feels good, stretching feels nice. We've already warmed up. This is the warm-up. You should start with stretching. The current time is 5:56 a.m. Taiwan time. All right, let's start the round red silk jogging. Okay. Shift your weight forward, and the teacher always demonstrates this. So everyone needs to think about this and practice shifting your weight forward, okay? All right, let's go. Slight squat, knees slightly bent, and begin. Keep your fists and feet on the ground. The teacher will say it again. If your knees hurt, you must do a slight squat and shift your weight forward. Your weight should be on your fists and feet. Keep them on the ground. It's okay if you don't run, just stay in this squat while everyone else continues to run. Warm up. For those with knee pain, elderly folks, just do a slight squat like this. Squat until your knees feel warm, and your feet feel numb and sore. Endure for 10 to 15 minutes, and do this continuously for a month. Your knee cartilage will grow back. Did you hear that? If you did, spread the word, okay? For those with knee pain, you don't need to run, just squat like this. It will definitely be sore, your thighs will ache, your calves will hurt, and your knees will feel numb, and eventually, they'll get warm. 10 to 15 minutes. If you can't do 3 minutes at first, just practice slowly. Practice until you can squat. Just do a slight squat for 10 to 15 minutes. Do it whenever you have time for a month straight. Your knee cartilage will regenerate, and you won't need a joint replacement. Did you all understand that? Now, the arc-style slow jogging is meant to massage the Yongchen point to warm up your blood. If you can't run, don't run. If you can, you need to keep running. 1 minute is 1 minute. Do 1 minute each time and then rest. After a week, you can do 2 minutes and then rest. This is called gradual progress. If you don't do it, you'll always be in pain, never have a chance. Being slick won't save you. The teacher has already mentioned that for those with knee pain, shift your weight forward, and there's another method: lean against the wall. If the wall is behind you, lean against it. You don't need to go to 90 degrees, you'll feel the effort. The teacher is talking about those with knee pain, and your knees will feel warm. When you squat like this, your knees will experience tension. Then, the numbness and soreness will signal your brain. This area needs repair. Do this whenever you have time for a month. Your knee joint has worn down cartilage. Will it regenerate? Because we are not medical professionals, what we teach you is the regenerative function. Medicine is destructive. Treatment is either cutting or slicing, surgery or chemotherapy. Otherwise, it's using more toxic drugs to help you recover. That's a last resort. Emergency care relies on Western medicine, while traditional Chinese medicine is a gentler treatment. Your body is too weak to be nourished. It's too frail, completely stiff, and blood flow is slow. Even the best Chinese herbs won't help you. The partners have this knowledge and understand it well now. the blood is already flowing. It's fine in 3 to 5 minutes, the blood has warmed up. After the joints warm up, should the heels be slightly lifted? Okay, great, teacher, let's start discussing today's topic. Our bodies rely on our brains. The central nervous system controls us. Who controls our brain? This is so interesting. Once I explain it, you'll understand. Let's think about our brain and its shape. What shape is the brain? Does it have a lot of folds inside? Does it resemble any of our organs? What organ in our abdomen does the brain's shape resemble? They all have folds, densely packed, like a mass. The brain is a mass of many folds. And it's layered, resembling something. It's very similar to our intestines, similar to our small and large intestines. There's a lump here, right? The brain is a lump on top, and the small and large intestines are lumps below. Our brain is controlled by our intestines. When you lift the corners of your mouth, dopamine is released, and you'll feel happy. Hormones, right? They flow throughout the body, affecting the cells. Relax the tissue functions, relax, lift the corners of your mouth. Isn't it controlled by the brain? The teacher tells us that our intestines control. Where can we prove this about our brain? Listen slowly, keep up, and relax your heart. When you listen to the replay later, you must listen to where to run. Proof: the function of our brain is controlled by the gut. May I ask, when you are hungry, do you get angry, right? When you're hungry, do you get irritable? Blood sugar drops, and you feel unwell, right? When you're hungry and in a bad mood, does eating a piece of chocolate make you feel better? Chocolate goes to the gut, not the brain. But when it reaches the gut, the brain feels better. Partners, do you understand? We can prove here that our gut is the master that controls the brain. Our brain must listen to the gut's needs to give commands. The gut gives commands to the brain. Only then can the brain issue commands to our organs. What about eating a piece of chocolate? It goes through our gut and then reaches our brain. The brain then affects our mood, making us feel good. Can you accept that? This proves it. You can look up the information. The dopamine, the happiness hormone secreted by our brain, is only 50%. The other 50% is secreted by the gut, which produces this happiness hormone. When you're hungry, that 50% from the gut, the happiness hormone is gone. Your mood gets bad. Do you all understand? When you're malnourished, the gut doesn't produce this happiness hormone, that 50%. Then your body becomes unbalanced. Can you all understand? So, the brain acts on the gut's instructions, making the gut the master of the brain. Now, going back to that, everyone should look up our dopamine, the happiness hormone, and there's another called serotonin. Serotonin is also a type of happiness hormone. This combination allows our bodies to have clean blood and serum. You can tell from the literal meaning that serotonin is important for our bodies. It filters and cleanses our bodies. No negative energy, only the positive energy of serotonin. 95% comes from our intestines, where dopamine is produced. 50% is from the brain, and 50% is from the small and large intestines. Serotonin, 95% is produced by our intestines. Only 5% is produced by our brain. Do you understand now why our intestines are so important? So when we study, like in elementary school, we should chew our food slowly, right? That's just a slogan, chew slowly. After entering society, we eat while working. Everyone damages their digestive system, everyone harms their intestines. So we become less and less happy, because 50% of the happiness hormone, dopamine, is produced in the gut. And if our mouths aren't smiling, we lose 50% of the happiness hormone in our brains. So, after we become adults and start working, after entering society, we don't smile for 20 to 30 years. Not entering the workforce, being a housewife is the same. You no longer laugh, your gut doesn't laugh, and your brain doesn't laugh. There's just no dopamine, no happiness, no hormones, and what about the blood? The body's negative energy can't be released, there's no serotonin. The brain only secretes 5% of serotonin. The gut produces 95%. This energy is slowly draining away. You don't even realize you're eating. You eat while rushing, casually having instant noodles. It's an unbalanced diet. In your gut, you're absorbing junk food, accumulating a lot of waste. Then the gut loses its function. The intestines have lost their function. They don't absorb anything, either not absorbing or not digesting. They also don't eliminate waste, meaning you can't have a bowel movement. Constipation can cause your body to become unbalanced. So eat simply, consume whole grains, round foods, and avoid processed items. These noodles are synthetic, all artificially modified. There were also so-called toxic starches, made with a lot of harmful starch. These were made into noodles. Flour should ideally be from whole grains. This rice is round, like paper rice should be whole grain. Only with those round foods can the body's absorption balance reach a certain level. Do you all understand why so many of our friends have this constipation issue? I practiced our energetic routine for a week. And wow, he could go to the bathroom and it was a lot. He was very happy. One sister said, "Oh, teacher, I've only practiced for a little over 10 days. In 12 days, my constipation was gone, and I could go to the bathroom a lot." Because the intestines are affected by the energy from our feet. When we do the circular slow jogging, we need to use our abdominal strength, along with another force. Exhale and tighten your abdomen. Lift your pelvic floor, slow down your steps, and as you exhale and tighten your abdomen, you can keep up. You need to slow down, don't go as fast as the teacher. Partners, do you understand? They gradually develop their own constipation, so this is a function of the intestines. There was a report about a 43-year-old woman. She went to the bathroom once a week, and it was serious, sometimes only once a month. Look, she deceived all the doctors, tried all kinds of Western and traditional medicine, but nothing worked. Of course, this wasn't the right approach. Later, she found a doctor who examined her intestines, specifically her colon. Because she sometimes only had a bowel movement once a month, her whole body was sick, and she was only 43. There was a report, and the result was an examination of her colon. It was found that her colon is twice the length of a normal person's. Generally, how long is the colon of an adult? 1.5 meters is 1.5 meters. 1 meter is 1 meter. The length of the colon is 150 centimeters. Appendicitis is on the right side, at the end, on the right, making a turn. About 150 centimeters, which is 1.5 meters. This is the intestinal tract of a normal adult. But this young woman's colon is 3 meters. 300 centimeters, which is 100 centimeters longer than normal, double the length. So, she has difficulty with bowel movements because her intestines are too long. So she has been suffering from constipation, it's unbearable. So, her colon length was checked. It was discovered that her colon is twice the length of an average person's. No wonder she has trouble with bowel movements, it's all hard stools. Later, she had a surgery. Now, the surgery is very advanced, they shortened her colon, and she can pass stools easily. Can we understand the meaning? So, we need to find the problem and the cause. And not rely on blind hearsay. Do you understand? Her colon is at least 3 meters long, double that of an average person, not just 1.5 meters. The excitement only provides her with slight comfort but doesn't solve her symptoms. So in emergencies, you still need to see a doctor and have them use advanced medical instruments for examination. So her problem was solved. Do you all understand? So, if you have constipation, your intestines are definitely not as long as this lady's. A normal person's intestines range from 1 to 3 meters, while a typical person has only 1.5 meters. It's definitely not the majority or the minority. It could be this, so you should see a doctor. You might just have low energy in your abdomen, issues with your diet, or not drinking enough water. Your intestines, both small and large, are not functioning well. You never take your time to chew slowly and eat your food. You eat too many mixed foods the more varied your diet. People living by the sea tend to eat saltier food. They're all products from the sea, seafood. Eating too much will definitely cause issues. Do you understand? For those living in the high mountains of the desert north, you definitely eat oily foods, especially in the north. Right? What do you eat? Cheese, beef, lamb. Don't you eat less rice instead? Your body type will lead to excess oil. So it relates to your region, environment, and dietary habits. Your health and body type. Do you all understand this? After practicing this episode, listen to it repeatedly. Think about whether what the teacher said makes sense, and look up information on your own. Okay, so our digestive system, especially our small and large intestines. The large intestine is about 1.5 meters long. The small intestine is about 5 to 7 meters long. The small intestine has a length of 5 to 7 meters. Why is it called 5 to 7 meters? It relates to your body size. Generally, the total length of our intestines, the small and large intestines. The small intestine is 5 to 7 meters, and the large intestine is 1.5 to 2 meters. It's about 4 to 5 times the height of the human body. So the length of our small and large intestines is 4 to 5 times the height of the human body. However, for infants, their digestive tract is 6 times their height. Do you all understand? Because newborns are shorter. But their digestive tract is about 6 times their height. However, as adults, it's about 4 times. At most, it can be 5 times, so the small intestine is about 5 to 7 meters long. The bigger and taller you are, like a teacher who is 180 centimeters, the longer their blood vessels are. The teacher's intestinal length is also longer. But if it's too long, that's a problem. Do we understand this well? Some people, when they are obese, can easily become more overweight. If the stomach is too large, they can't reduce what they eat. They often feel hungry, which is painful, and they have to eat. Because his stomach capacity is so large, he needs gastric surgery. Remove excess stomach and reduce the stomach pouch. This is where Western medicine is really effective. This way, you can eat less and lose weight. Right? Gastric bypass reduces your stomach size. If you eat less, eat simply, and eat clean, you can lose weight and be healthy. Do you all understand me? Some of you might be very nervous. Teacher, I'm already very thin, and now I'm even thinner. Especially those with cancer symptoms are very afraid of losing weight. Don't be afraid if you have cancer symptoms. You're really afraid of being underweight. Being afraid can harm your kidneys. When the kidneys are harmed, the worst is kidney deficiency, which affects your vitality. It diminishes. If your body is damp and cold, you'll lose weight even faster, so don't worry about it. If you do this intense swimming routine, you'll lose those 3 to 5 kilograms. These are bad cells that help metabolize excess in your body. It's smart. It will balance out and return the metabolized energy. Don't be afraid of being underweight. It will balance out, help you gain muscle, and your weight will return. I worry every day, spending an hour each day checking my weight. It's like I have obsessive-compulsive disorder. You're just afraid. When you're scared, your kidneys get damp. Didn't we understand that? So, our digestive system is very smart. Inside our intestines, both the small and large intestines reside. There are trillions of good and bad bacteria inside. They need to coexist peacefully. If the gut is unhealthy, the bacteria won't be good. We need to keep the bad bacteria in check. Are the bacteria good? We should eat more. Are probiotics good? This isn't good either. There must be good and bad. Bad bacteria are called yin, and good bacteria are called yang. Good bacteria can only function effectively when yin and yang are balanced, controlling bad bacteria. If there are no bad bacteria, good bacteria will also increase. Am I helping you understand? Extreme yang and extreme yin are both bad. There needs to be a balance between yin and yang, good and bad, for them to energize each other. Am I helping you understand? These are all normal phenomena. The more you understand our body's structure and principles, which is what the teacher refers to as using the body's instruction manual, you will be very clear. What illness do you actually have? Is it a dietary issue, a sleep issue, or a mindset issue? Our mental state can affect our digestive system. Overthinking and overeating can harm the spleen. If the stomach is harmed, it won't function properly. You can't eat or digest anything. However, what many don't realize is that our digestive system sends signals to our brain. When our intestines are hungry, malnourished, or in need of energy, it sends signals to the brain, and the brain starts to function. It signals your body's organs to prepare to function and get ready to eat. Sometimes we are just fine and nothing is wrong. Suddenly, you really crave a certain type of fruit, right? Sometimes, suddenly we are at work, seriously getting things done. Suddenly, you really want to eat a big meal. Can we understand this? That's the gut evolving. Once it's empty, it affects your emotions and physiology. It influences your thinking, and then the brain responds. Suddenly, I really want to eat dragon fruit, and I suddenly crave meat from Changhua. Can we understand this? Can the teacher comprehend it? Our gut is so delicate. How do you take care of it? Why is it ultra-slow jogging? The surge of passion is a form of maintenance. Exhaling and breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, is also a form of maintenance. So, you're just a medicinal gourd. Learning the teacher's method of ultra-slow jogging is already impressive. Don't rush. Practice your breathing slowly, and slow down your ultra-slow jogging pace. Step with your right foot, using a decomposed motion. Exhale as your right foot touches the ground. A small exhale, small. Inhale and exhale. When you exhale, pull your stomach in, pull your stomach in. Body. This is just massaging the gastrointestinal tract. Can we understand this? You need to practice this movement. Our digestive system, our intestines, become smart. It can distinguish the balance between good and bad bacteria. Only then can our brain be smart. Our brain is smart. The organs can be smart, and our mood can be joyful. The hands are a person's second heart. It's not dirty. The second brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The universe, yin and yang, turn. You must turn. You must do it. Do it whenever you can. The intestines love it the most, especially our spleen and stomach. Massage your abdomen. Massage your abdomen. You know, anyone can massage. Even if you have fibroids inside, you can still massage gently. Partners without fibroids, partners without fluid inside, partners without tumors. Press down gently while massaging. Some just need a light touch. Our intestines love it when we massage our abdomen. The intestines are so important. How can we further prove their significance? May I ask about sleeping in the summer? Whether you have air conditioning or not, you sleep in the summer. You lie in bed or on the tatami floor. You sleep during the summer. Do you want to cover your belly? Should your blanket cover your belly? If you have air conditioning, should you cover your belly even more? Don't even talk about winter. Whether it's summer or not, you must cover your belly while you sleep. It's okay if the rest of your body isn't covered, but your belly must be covered. Keep warm. If your belly isn't covered, you'll catch a cold. Because when we sleep, our heart rate slows down and our body temperature drops. With the heart rate slowing down, the body temperature drops, making the belly even colder. If you don't keep it warm, your power plant is in our lower abdomen, around the navel, 3 finger widths from the navel. For women, it's 4 finger widths, and for men, 3 finger widths, called the Guanyuan point. This is known as the lower dantian in Tai Chi. This is the power generator of our body, energy. To generate heat, you don't often rub your belly here. And your intestines are not functioning well, often leading to constipation. Basically, it's cool here, it won't get warm. We practice this set, and the blood flows vigorously. Later, they will run for 30 minutes, and then they need to cool down. One hand down, the lower dantian, golden yellow, the sun's warm energy. The teacher uses intention and warm blood to help you focus here. It helps you restore your vitality, starting in the abdomen, so the body can restore vitality. So, whenever you have time, rub your belly more, stretch, and raise your hands. This is called the double hand support, a heavenly gift of 3 exchanges. It's all about adjusting our organs and balancing the energy in our lower dantian. Okay, simple movements. Alright, profound, right? Good, there's knowledge in this. Do you feel that everyone is very fortunate and grateful? Yourself? You haven't fallen behind. If you haven't, then you've heard it. The teacher speaks just this once. It's just this one session. If you listened, you got it. Later on, more and more teachers will close off. You need to download the link yourself. Because there's too much. There are daily teachings, okay? So, this is a value, you understand. At all times, whenever you can, rub your belly, rub your belly. No matter if you have tumors or not, gently rub if you have cysts. If there are no cysts or tumors, you can rub firmly. In a clockwise direction, rub your belly around your navel to awaken your intestines. This is one method, if you don't have cysts in your body. If there are no tumors, there's another method called tapping the dantian. Listen carefully, it's called tapping. How to tap the dantian? Everyone keep running. The time isn't up yet. Tap like this, and we'll repeat it later. Now look below the belly button. 3 fingers, 4 fingers, the floor. Hands in a fist, 1 heart. Hands in a fist, 1 heart. 2 thumbs pressing on the tips of the index and middle fingers. Everyone keep running. We'll look again later. Replay. Form a fist with 1 hand, 1 heart. Hollow. Strike like this, with the principle of not causing pain. In each round, strike 1,000 times, about 5 to 7 minutes. If you strike slowly, it takes about 8 minutes. If you strike faster, about 7 minutes. Don't hit until it hurts. The teacher wants you to have a resonant power. Listen carefully, everyone, keep running. What the teacher wants you to do is to create resonant power. You can use both hands or just 1 hand. With both hands, you can tap like this. It's very relaxed and you can smile. You can tap while standing or sitting. Like this. With both hands, you can do about 1,000 taps in 5 minutes. 1 hand is slower, and you don't need to hit hard. At the beginning, what should beginners tap lightly? Feel? Your belly is like a drum. When you tap it, the whole belly vibrates. This is called resonance. What the teacher wants you to do is resonance, which will affect your internal organs. Intestines, stomach, and so on, nose, kidneys, bladder. Everything vibrates with that wave force, just like water waves. This kind of vibration will energize your cells. Focus on the lower abdomen, just tap there, don't tap everywhere. The teacher didn't say to tap left once and right once. The teacher said to tap the lower abdomen with a smile. This theory is like a drum. When you tap it, it creates sound waves. Like water waves, the entire abdomen will have vibrations. It's a concept similar to when we get blood drawn. The nurse will tie your wrist, and secure your upper back. If they can't find your vein, the nurse will definitely do one thing. What can help you clap your hands? The elbow, the wrist area, and the back of the hand, he will help you use clapping to find your veins, even though they're already tied up, because your energy and blood are weak. If the veins can't be found, he will use clapping, and the veins will rise. What is the principle? With each clap and pressure, our body's autonomic nervous system is very smart. There is pressure here and a sense of emptiness, so the blood will gather here and rise. This is called gathering yang. When you clap here, it gathers here. If the teacher asks you to tap here, just tap gently. What does this concept mean? Does the teacher have something to tell everyone? We continue to run in an arc. Not there yet. We are running super slowly in an arc. After the excitement settles, we wrap up and copy. The teacher teaches everyone about the yellow of the sun. This, the sunrise, this warm light, locked under your hand, half of your face is empty. Whether you are sitting or standing, whether you use one hand or two hands. Don't hit hard, just tap gently, but you have the flow of water and a partner with a tumor. You shouldn't hit, use your soft abdomen, or just tap lightly. There is a tumor. Don't hit too hard, just tap gently, that's enough. There are no tumors, no fluid, you don't have these issues. You can apply a bit more pressure because it's been hard for 3 days. So gently tap until you get used to it. After that, you can apply a little more force. When you tap, your stomach will tighten, and it will harden on its own. Do you understand? Many people don't know how to engage their pelvic floor, they just squeeze their butt, but with this tap, your stomach will automatically tighten, and the energy will harden on its own. Beginners shouldn't apply too much force. Beginners should go easy, just tap lightly, release, and that's enough. Especially for those with tumors or high blood pressure, you shouldn't apply too much force. Using a clockwise method to massage the belly can replace the partners. Is that clear? This shows that our brain's control is in our gut as long as our gut is healthy. Besides monkeys, it's the energy of ultra-slow running, then gathering energy. Besides guarding the yellow light energy in the lower dantian. Using tapping, like opening the wrist, causes blood to flow there, making the veins pop up. This principle is a physical principle. We apply it in our practice methods. It's quite simple. Tap whenever you have the chance, the more the better. Your lower abdomen will get slimmer, and it will become stronger. Then, with a tap, it will automatically tighten, like squeezing your butt. Did everyone understand that? Using this method, everyone can become healthier. The method is very simple, whether you do it or not, and whether you know how to do it. Adjust yourself, your diet, and your mood. Your gut affects your mood. Our mood influences our gut. Right? They all complement each other, they all have energy. Do you understand what the teacher means? All right, time's up. Let's adjust our breathing. Even out your breath. If your breath is short, this is your homework. You must practice lengthening your breath and calming your mind to extend your breath. You keep saying, "Teacher, I can't do it. My breath is short," and then you really can't. Get better quickly and improve quickly. You must tell yourself, "I can do this. I will even out my breath and calm my mind." This is called gradual progress, and you must achieve it. If you can't do it, you're giving up on yourself, right? No matter how much you tell the teacher, it won't help you. So it's not about thanking the teacher, but thanking yourself for not giving up. Once you have your breath under control, then you can finish. At this moment, you need to keep the warm yellow light of the sunrise in your lower abdomen. Breathe in from the center of your forehead to prepare. For those who won't feel dizzy, close your eyes gently, that's enough, to prepare. Shift your weight forward and inhale through your nose, letting your body rise and your belly expand, focusing on the yellow light from your forehead. Inhale the warm light of the sunrise into your lower abdomen. Hold one hand on your lower abdomen. Hold your breath for 3 seconds, then exhale. Swallow slowly, exhale gently. As you exhale, draw in your abdomen and lift. That's good, very comfortable. Let's do it again. Shift your weight forward and inhale. Let your body rise. Place one hand down. Hold your breath in your lower abdomen for 3 seconds. The warm yellow light is nice. Exhale, and let your tongue cool. Very good, comfortable. For the second method, exhale completely, then hold your breath for 1 to 3 seconds, shift your weight forward and inhale. Same goes for the brow chakra. Breathe in the yellow light to our dantian. Keep your hands there for a maximum of 7 minutes, and that's it. Exhale directly, pull in your abdomen, and focus your mind, still at the dantian. The warm light. Later, go down, repeat watching the channel, and gently tap your dantian. 5 minutes, 1,000 times, you can count yourself. Count as 1, 2, 3, 4. This is calming the heart. This is called counting. You don't count as a person, you just need about 5 minutes, at most 10 minutes. Some people are a bit slower, right? About 5 minutes should be enough. At first, it might feel sore, just let it be sore. This is another type of copper hitting. Do you understand this? This is another type of copper hitting for the shoulder blades. The circulation of energy and blood feels like holding a Tai Chi in your belly. It rotates, okay? Try it out yourself. The third method is to finish up, focusing on the small circulation, center of gravity, and pulling in while inhaling. The energy flows down, with the intention from the lower dantian moving from the tailbone up the spine to the crown and tongue. Focus this thought on your lower abdomen. Exhale. Relax your anus, don't clench your buttocks, just let your lower abdomen gently draw in. The slower and longer you exhale, the better. If you can't exhale that long, that's what you need to work on. Don't say, "Teacher, I can't do it." If you can't, you won't be able to help yourself. Pain is just part of it. Restoration takes time. Do you understand? You need to find a way to calm your mind, practice, and breathe well. It's important. Let's do it again. Focus your weight forward and inhale. Bring it all together. Direct your focus from the tailbone up the spine to the crown of your head. Focus this intention to your lower abdomen. Inhale, hold for 3 seconds, then release. Good, it feels nice. Lift your legs, keep lifting your legs, don't stop. Alright, let's do this properly, we are ready. After the laughter exercise, you need to jump using the energy from your lower abdomen. Lower abdomen, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You can also stretch or do some flexibility exercises. Practice the following movements on your own. Breathe, exhale, after exhaling, hold for 3 seconds, then release. Exhale, after exhaling, hold for 3 seconds, then release. Good, this is breathing practice, do it on your own. Everything is in motion. Our lower dantian and intestines need this to prepare. Laugh once, inhale through the nose, your belly expands, then retract and tighten. Laugh so hard you can't breathe, that's right. Now laugh 3 more times, inhaling through your mouth. Good. Laugh again, inhale through the nose, your nose expands. Retract and tighten. Laughing to the point of almost gasping, tears are coming out, that's right, good. 10 minutes of good weather, 15 minutes at temperatures above 20 degrees. You can practice, often tapping the dantian, and you can also stretch. Do the back doll exercise again, your performance will improve threefold. It's even easier than doing the back doll during warm-ups. Wishing everyone well, may you love everyone, and be happy.